So this vindicates the president on collusion. So this vindicates the president on collusion. So this vindicates the president on collusion.
Boy, did the Democrats blow this one.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. The media meltdowns over the Mueller report that didn't go at all the way they wanted or expected was absolutely beautiful. And we're going to take a look at a lot of these media meltdowns, and I promise you they're going to get better as they go along. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off first with the full context of what Katie Tour there was reacting to, where she claimed that this report vindicates the president. So let's take a look at that first, and we'll take it from there.
The special counsel, this is key, defined coordination as an agreement, tacit or express, between the Trump campaign and the Russian government on election interference. And in that case, they did not find that coordination. They said there are several attempts by the Russian government to try to reach out to the Trump campaign, but it says despite multiple offers from Russian-affiliated individuals to assist the Trump campaign, the special counsel did not find that the Trump campaign or anyone associated with it conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in these efforts. So he's spelling out exactly what he is clearing them from. And he says tacitly or expressly they did not. That answers a big question because a lot of people thought perhaps there were signals. It wasn't expressed. But when the president, as a candidate, said, Russia, if you're listening, could that have been tacit? And Robert Mueller has weighed in and said that was not tacit. There was no coordination or conspiracy.
So this vindicates the president on collusion.
It does. So it would.
And now we're going to come back to Katie Tour again, as she delivers the very sad news to Chuck Todd, a host of Meet the Press. And you can see here, he's not very happy at all. I mean, you don't even need the sound up to know that the Mueller report is very sad news for him. Just a look on his face. Take a look.
From the summary that was given to lawmakers from Bill Barr on Robert Mueller's findings, he found that, one, there was no tacit or express agreement by anybody on the Trump campaign team or Trump himself or within Trump's orbit to coordinate or conspire with Russia to affect the election. The other thing is on obstruction. They compiled all of the evidence on both sides on obstruction and allowed Bill Barr and a Deputy AG, Rod Rosenstein, to make the determination whether or not the president obstructed justice. And both Barr and Rosenstein have said that they do not believe that the president obstructed justice. This, I imagine, is a good day for the president. He must be feeling relatively good right now.
And now, let's take a look at some fantastic MSNBC mental meltdowns. And you know, if it's MSNBC, they have to be epic, and they are, as you're going to see here.
These guys are failing in their fundamental constitutional duty. I mean, is it going to take Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to have to come and tweet something for them to get all worked up? Defend democracy, right? What is the Army motto? This we'll defend. They should be saying right now, I don't care what's in that report, we're going to go to town and we're going to find out what the facts are. And you know what? We were attacked. That's one component of it. But the other things, the most corrupt administration in the history of the United States, we're going to find out because this nation is far better and worth the effort.
Now here is maybe one of my favorite of all the meltdowns. Do you know that the real reason why the Mueller report exonerated Trump and his family, according to the next meltdown guy, it's because of racism. Yes, it was racism. Take a look.
Look, if I'm the Trump children and I'm having a party tonight, right? Like, they won the white privilege regatta, all right? Like, you cannot investigate. There is not an African-American person in this country that could have been investigated for 22 months, had their family investigated for 22 months, and come away scot-free. If they did that to me, they'd pop me for sharing Netflix passwords with my wife, all right? Like, so the fact that, and while...
You did that?
Well, That's not allowed. While I fundamentally agree that there are more avenues of investigation against these people, there's going to be an SDNY investigation. There's the inaugural committee. There are lots of other ways to get at the children. In this particular case, these grown adult children who were part of what appears to be the collusion or the conspiracy with Russia, the point people in that, these people have escaped scot-free with no indictments. And there's going to be nothing in that Mueller report that is, it is unlikely there's going to be anything in that Mueller report that's going to satisfy me in terms of why these people weren't even brought in under oath for questioning.
And finally, from MSNBC, I give you Trump the Tyrant. Oh, worse than King George III.
Yeah, but you know what? Donald Trump is legitimate. He's a legitimate tyrant. He's a legitimate dictator in waiting. I mean, he's a legitimate autocrat. You know, I was thinking about this a moment ago. You know, I'm from Philadelphia. I was raised in the history of the American Revolution. If he starts housing soldiers in our homes, he will have fulfilled all of the intolerable acts of King George III.
Now, CNN's legal analyst, Jeffrey Toobin, is well known as being extremely anti-Trump. And yet, yesterday, he had a brief moment of mental clarity with some very sad news for his fellow liberals. Take a look.
I mean, let's be specific. This is really good news for a lot of people around Donald Trump. Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, Jerome Corsi, the writer who had a draft indictment presented to him by Mueller's office, and they decided not to go forward with this. I mean, this is, let's be fair here. I mean, there has been a lot of suspicion around certain people, and a lot of, negative things have been said, and imputation of criminal activity, and Mueller has said, I am not proceeding, and there is no better news to receive than you are not being indicted by the United States government.
And now, for Toobin's conclusion.
I know there are Democrats out there who want to keep the Mueller investigation alive until, Malia Obama is running for president. But, I mean, it's not, it's over. I mean, this investigation is over.
Did you hear that, liberals? It's over. It's over. The big bad orange man is the winner. The big bad orange man. He's the big bad orange man. Hey, I'm going to tell you, we're going to see lots more of these media meltdowns, and also from liberals. So keep watching the DUmmie FUnnies. We're going to have incredible entertainment just from this Mueller report. And if you aren't already subscribed, hey, listen to the advice from the kids here. Take it away, kids.